What's up, everybody? Hope y'all are doing good. So, y'all, I don't know what part of the country that you're in, or, if you're overseas, whatever, but today here down south, it is hot. To be February, at least. It feels like late spring today. It's humid outside. I'm sweating. It's just very odd, really, but I'm enjoying it. So I'm going to get outside today and try to do some stuff in the yard. So, y'all, today's video is actually going to be on something that, I've been wanting to talk about it and tell the story of it, but it was just one thing that I was kind of iffy on because, it's not a proud moment whatsoever. But, looking back at it, it's not funny, but at the same time, when I think about it in certain ways and aspects, it is funny. Because me and this person have completely reconciled, and, we would talk about it sometimes, and we kind of will laugh about it, but we don't talk about it too much and bring up the situation, the bad memories. But about it's been like maybe about a year and a half ago, I actually went to jail for public disorderly conduct, or PCD. That's what they called it at the law enforcement center. It was just a nasty, sticky situation. Me and a person that I was very, very close to, we had an incident come up. The person, they did something that, it was very, and I'm not going to say who the person is. I'm not going to say what happened because I don't want to put that out there at all. But I was hurt very, very bad. It had been a long time since something had really kind of, stuck me that deep. And so I was completely upset. And also, I was so upset about it that I had a relapse on, I had been sober, y'all, for a long time, but I had a relapse on drinking. So immediately after I found out, what had happened, I hit the bottle. And it was just a hot mess. And, it kind of went on for days. I drank for probably like 3 days straight. And looking back, that's so stupid, and silly. It doesn't solve anything. It makes everything worse. And, being drunk and intoxicated like that, with a bad situation going on, it makes you react differently. So, it made me feel more sad. I cried more, and I got angry. I got really mad really, really quick. I would go from crying to anger, like in a split second. So, I got really pissed off, with this person, and I confronted them. We were out. It was out in public. I mean, and unfortunately, it was in front of everybody. But I was drunk, intoxicated. I didn't care. If I hadn't been drinking, this would have never happened because that's not like me at all. So, we just got into kind of like an altercation, I showed out. I just flipped out. I mean, that's all there is to it. And I really showed my ass. We had kind of the altercation happened really before, kind of earlier than that. And, the person that I was having this argument and this feud with, I'm glad they done it because they honestly had no choice but to call the police on me, because that was, if they came and got me, that would really give me the opportunity to sober up, because I had a lot of alcohol. And I'm so glad that they done that because it really straightened me out. And I have not drunk alcohol since then. So, it was a great lesson because I was like, I'm not going to drink ever. I was doing so good before. And I'm not, I saw what happened with that situation, because I would have never went to jail if I hadn't been drinking. And I know that without a doubt, a matter of fact. So, they came and arrested me. I'm not going to say where it was. I don't really want to get into the details of really much of the situation. They came and picked me up. They put me in handcuffs, put me in the back of the car. And, actually the cops were very, very nice. Since I had been drinking, I spilled the beans on everything to the cop that was my arresting officer. He was a very nice guy. And actually I still see him out and about sometimes, and we always speak. We always talk. He asked me how I'm doing. He's a very, very nice guy. And so, instead of being a jerk to me or being an ass and treating me like I was, some kind of criminal, because some cops would do that. They would treat you like shit over the stupidest things. He was so understanding. He talked to me about it. And he really calmed me down because, I guess he's in a position of authority, and, to see someone who is in a position like that be so humble and so kind of, relatable like that, it helped me and calmed me down. He really talked some sense into me. And, I was put into a cell, and I was by myself, of course. I had nothing. They took off all my jewelry, my piercings, my phone. I had nothing but the clothes on my back. And, I was in a cell by myself. And I did a lot of thinking in there, because it was just me. Normally, the stories and things that I've heard, there's always other people in there, but that was not the case with mine. And, I learned, I kind of really dug deep in myself, and I really did some damn serious self-reflection and really straightened my mind and organized myself. So I'm glad I went, because I don't think that would have happened if I hadn't have went to jail. It would have just probably escalated worse and worse, and I probably would have drank more and more, and, it was a hot disaster. And, I look back at it, and, a part of it too is very, very embarrassing. It is very embarrassing. Not only embarrassing that I went to jail, because I am someone that the people that knew me personally, like my family and all that, they were so shocked, because I was the last person that they would ever think would go to jail over something. I've had my wild days, my wild moments when I was younger, and I'd done things that really could have got me locked up. Just stupid young people stuff, drinking and driving, and just, other little possession of stupid shit and all that, just in my college years. And, but as far as having trouble with the law, I mean, I've gotten a few speeding tickets, but that's really about it. So this was, kind of odd for me. So, everyone knew that I must have really been upset and really hurt in order for me to go to jail. And, that's how it was. But also, y'all, sitting in that cell like that, overnight, I had all that alcohol in my system, and when I used to drink, I never slept good. I would pass out, but it's like I would wake up a lot at night, and just couldn't. I didn't sleep good. I felt like crap in the morning, of course, with a hangover, but it was just like I felt like I never even went to sleep. So, I laid in that cell, overnight. I was in there for about almost 24 hours, and I just sat there. I would kind of doze in and out, and I've told everybody, they've asked me, what is it like being in there? And the number one word that I can say is, it is so boring. I even told people, I was like, it probably would have been a little more bearable if I had someone in there to talk to, because it was so freaking boring. I could not wait to get out of there and have a little bit of human interaction and just get out and get some air. So, when they came and got me and, took me out, I was so happy. And, my charges, they all got dropped. It's completely off my record, because I had never, I've never been in trouble for anything. So this was, like a first offense thing. And, I was so glad that they took that off my record, because I have never wanted to have anything on my record. That, that sounded like a nightmare to me. That's just something I really just, was against and wanted to stay away, was, being in trouble with the police and having something on my record. So, it got dropped. The judge, when I went and spoke with the judge, she was so nice. She was a very nice lady. I'm lucky that, I had, the police officer, the judge, just the people that were in charge of the situation of me being, locked up. They were all very nice. So, that really, it kind of gave me more of a respect for, law enforcement and the police, because I've heard horror stories about, cops lying and doing terrible things. And I've seen videos, on Facebook, like on the shorts, that, they record these cops just being assholes and jerks. So, to get into that stuff kind of piss you off watching, because of this dishonesty. And, a police officer is not supposed to be dishonest. So, that really, it gave me a refreshing kind of view and, outlook on the law enforcement. And, just overall, I'm thankful that it happened. Of course, I would not want it on my record, and I'm thankful that it was dropped. But, I learned a lesson from that, because, being locked up like that was serious to me. I was pretty upset about that. And, knowing that, that kept me away from alcohol. And, the whole situation, me and this person we are completely fine now. We've gotten past it. We've healed. We've moved on. And I used to be bad, y'all, about holding a grudge. I did. I used to be really bad about holding a grudge. And I chose, in this situation, you know, I thought to myself, Dylan, you can learn from this. And I chose to forgive this person. I chose to let it go. And I used this opportunity for me to grow as a human being and to become a better man and a stronger person. So, you know, I grew a lot from that situation. And so, you know, not everything that you think is bad that happens to you is bad. There's always some kind of good, I think, in every situation if you really try to find it and look for it and be positive about it. So, you know, that's really all that happened, y'all. It was, you know, I didn't go to jail over nothing, you know, hardcore, real serious, or go to prison or anything. But, you know, it's still a story. It's still a lesson. And, you know, my family now, we actually joke about it, which is good, because I like to find humor and stuff. My parents, you know, of course, they hated that I went to jail, but they were not mad at me. They did not, you know, talk down to me about it or give me a hard time because, you know, they knew the situation of what happened. So they understood that I really must have been upset in order for that to happen. So, guys, I just kind of wanted to tell that story, just, you know, because of the lesson in it. You know, if something bad has happened to you, try to find the good in it. You know, if you've been hurt seriously by another person, especially someone very close to you, someone you love dearly, you know, don't hold a grudge. Try to forgive, you know, try to move on. You will never forget, and you'll have moments where you think about it, and it probably will still hurt at times, but you know, only you can decide what to do about it. And, you know, I just say, please, you know, take the mature route about it and really, you know, just try to grow from a negative situation. So, guys, thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all watching my channel, almost at 10,000 subscribers. So like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will be back shortly with another video. Bye, guys. Thank you.